burr, burr. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where, Jerry?
Everything's gonna be okay, bud.
Oh, I'm Ben Kissel on Instagram at BenKissel1. As always, joined by Jerry Aquino.
Hello.
At Jerry, at Miss_Jerry. That's Jeri. And Kyle Plouffe at Kyle Plouffe. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Watch every episode live, comment, and contribute to the show. Also, okbudpod@gmail.com. Check it out. Shoot us an email. Let us know some of your thoughts. Thanks for all the dog pictures. Once again, I got more dog pics.
Yeah. More dog pics.
That's all I need.
That's awesome. What are the outfits?
Nude.
I love that.
All
I love
nude.
that.
Speaking of nude, we've got to start this week off with an update. We talked about a fella. His name is Jathan Gilder.
Jathan.
Yes.
He's a jewel.
Jathan.
He's a jewel thief.
Yes.
And he was running from the law. And he said, "Oh my God, the law's on to me. What am I going to do with all these jewels? Should I throw them out the window? No, I'm going to swallow them."
That's good.
So he swallowed them. Obviously, there's only one way to retrieve those. And it took 2 weeks before Mr. Gilder shat out 3 large diamond earrings.
2 weeks? I mean...
2 weeks.
Wait, those are 3?
That's 3 diamond earrings.
Okay, so he's missing one.
Yes.
There should be a 4th one.
True.
They're all in pairs.
Are the bags still on them?
Yes, the backs.
Oh my God.
Look at this
not
sharp
the
object.
backs.
Look at that thing. He had to pass 3 freaking times. And you can almost see the poop still on the diamonds.
I
Yeah,
don't
there's some
want
polyps stuck to that.
That's not cool. So, I mean, 2 weeks. Talk about a terrible fiber diet. Why did it take so long?
I think he was in prison eating hospital food. I guess he had to shit into a cheesecloth for 2 weeks. Also,
Oh my God. Imagine. And then the person that has to just like sift through it every single time he uses the bathroom. Like, get in there, Daryl. It's time.
like the worst job at the trashiest Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Where instead of dinosaurs, you got people dressed like T-Rex and you got to go sift through their shit because they stole some diamonds from the gift store. So
is that his face?
That's his
He has
face.
very striking eyes.
He has very striking eyes. He's an attractive African-American man.
Yes.
He lives with his mother, who is 73. So I'm sure that she had some
Wow.
questions for her son when he returned home with a gut full of diamonds that didn't belong to him.
How? Well, she wouldn't know that, would she?
No, she wouldn't. Unless she read the news, but if she's smart, she stopped doing that years ago.
How did they figure out that he ate it again?
Well, because
Because he could have eaten it and he could have not.
they searched the car and they found a bunch of tags and stuff like that. Be like, this belongs to a diamond ring. And then they said, where are the diamonds? And then he's like, well, I don't really know. And then they brought him to the hospital where they did an x-ray. And then they found all the diamonds in his tummy.
How did they know to look in his stomach?
When you get pulled over now and you're detained, they can give you a full colonoscopy.
Just a whole body scan.
Yes, they can do anything they want
Is that
to.
him?
Yeah, because he got shot.
Oh, was he shot in this debacle
Yeah,
also?
He was, yeah.
How was that? I didn't even realize that.
This guy is way too handsome to be committing these kind of crimes. I mean, has he tried modeling? I feel like
They'd give him the diamonds.
he could, like influencing, Instagram influencing. You can get a ton of these stores to just send you diamonds.
This might be his in. As we know, the beautiful man that was a felon who was caught stealing, he got a modeling contract. Do you remember that story?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The model felon. Can you pull him up, Kyle? Model felon. That guy was a super hunk, but then I do believe he committed another crime.
Jesus.
Jeremy
he is
Meeks.
Beautiful. That's right. Jeremy Meeks. I mean, I can't wait to see what kind of
Those eyes.
he looks like trouble though.
He is trouble.
He looks like trouble.
There's another gal, a white gal, I think she's like 21 or so. She just went viral because she got 2 mugshots now.
Oh.
And she might get a modeling contract as well. That was just earlier this week.
Can't wait to see what Luigi does.
Oh my God. We will see. If he ever gets out, he's got a modeling contract waiting for him.
He's got a ton, I bet.
Yep. Gilder says investigators say was talking with his mouth closed and was moving an object around using his tongue. So I think they pulled him over and he was like, "Oh, hey, how are you, officer?"
Idiot.
And they're like, "Do you have something in your mouth?" He's like, "No, not at all. Why would I have anything in my mouth?" And then eventually he swallowed it and showed them their mouth like he is the world's wealthiest competitive eater.
That is hilarious. Oh,
Yes.
man, that's so funny.
So it is official. He has passed the diamonds. And now they are in, I don't know, I guess police custody. And does anybody want them back?
So, yeah, right. Does anyone want to buy them, or like, how's the jeweler going to sell these pieces?
Do you have to tell somebody if the diamond earrings you're buying at a premium? These were $770,000 worth of diamonds.
Well,
Do
I
you have
mean,
to
that
tell?
went down a couple hundred
At least, right?
thousand,
Yes.
couple 100,000.
Just so you know, those did pass through the entire human anatomy.
Yeah.
Pray tell, sir.
Yeah.
And because of that, we're offering a BOGO for them.
Oh, a BOGO.
Yeah, it's like if you have to tell somebody if someone got killed in the house
Right.
when you're selling the house.
Yeah, you have to let people. Yeah.
Now you gotta let them know it's fucking
Well,
been shot out by a felon.
I think nowadays people will pay more. Oh, yeah, this is where the sex dungeon was?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's pretty
That's
cool.
so true. Yeah.
Weirdos. I like my houses without the death.
Yeah.
Who took this photo?
Probably it is the police examiner. They have a nice latex glove on.
Yeah.
I don't know who took the photo. but
Leaked it.
They're huge diamonds.
Two of the
They're
backings
really
are still
large.
straight. One is bent.
Oh, that
So
had
one got worked on bad.
If you guys, okay, you guys are telling me if you were to like push those all together, pile them up, that you've taken larger shits than that little pile of diamonds. I know you all have.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
but shit is
Yeah.
it's malleable. It's
Yeah.
usually soft.
This is like titanium.
Yeah.
That's
But what if it was like directly in the middle of like a really large cylinder? You know what I mean?
I don't think it would work that way. And as we know,
How do you know?
Well, because sometimes a poo likes to go out on a nice night. And so I think the poo would wear the earrings. And the poo would say, "Yes, I'm going to the toilet bowl tonight."
I'm gonna wear
And-
them out where everyone can see,
Yeah.
not keep them inside my jacket.
Right. Why?
Keeping,
What's the
in case I get
point?
patted down by security.
Though
which-
that had to be the world's most expensive shit.
yeah.
It had to be.
Yeah.
And the
Wow.
person that collected it wasn't paid shit.
Definitely not. $11.50 an hour for this. God dang. Anyway, there is, again, as I mentioned, still shit.
He's probably got some
those.
scratches in the inside of his colon walls.
He's got to be in immense amounts of pain.
Yeah.
Immense amounts of pain. But good for him.
Well, beauty is pain.
Yeah, he tried. Well, speaking of jewel thieves, this Thursday we're going to speak with, and this is planned. It might
Yeah.
not happen because sometimes Larry's a little bit off, and so are we.
Yeah.
But Larry Lawton, we're going to be talking with him this Thursday.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll talk about Yolanda
Yes.
because we're covering
The
Selena.
world's arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Seriously.
World's unified arch nemesis. Like everyone can agree that we all hate Yolanda.
Yeah.
Yep. It's in a way she's brought us together
Yep.
through a horrible action of killing Selena. But we will be speaking with Larry Lawton on Larry Lawton's channel. So make sure to check that out on Thursday, but we will tell you again. All right. Well, speaking of, I don't know, just garbage and shit, I hate to do this again. Alec Baldwin, I am beginning to have empathy for him.
Nah, that's what he wants you to do.
And it's working.
God.
It's working because he's a Baldwin. They're still charming.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin says he saw Hilaria's ex-husband naked, and he says he has a clarinet hanging from his pants.
Wow.
So his current wife, somehow, it was her ex-boyfriend, I guess. It was a performance. He was at a performance on Broadway, and he enters this room, and he sees her ex-boyfriend's ding-dong,
Oh.
and he says it's a clarinet. It's absolutely huge.
Wow.
So what is the point? What is the point of this relationship for Alec Baldwin? Is this his penance?
Yeah, like what is going on here? And why did he see it again?
I think he was so Hilaria says if she had ever dated an actor before meeting Alec. And then she says no. She says, well, I mean, I can't do her accent, but she says, well,
She can't even do her accent.
That's true. She says, well, I mean, I wouldn't date an actor when he was an actor. I dated an actor who then got to be on Broadway, and we went to go see him naked. So apparently it's one of those Broadway plays where the ding-dongs are out and the boobies are flappy.
Puppetry of the
Equus?
penis.
What was it?
He was an Equus.
Oh, I don't know. Is that a play where everyone's naked?
It's a play where the one specific dude is naked. Yeah.
Oh.
What was the play that...
Daniel Radcliffe did it once.
Oh, that was the play?
Yeah.
And why is he naked?
Wasn't
I
that the
don't know,
Angry Inch?
Something about him being in love with a horse.
Is that what it is? He's in love with a horse, or he gets
Hedwig
naked?
and the Angry Itch.
Inch.
Inch?
Yes.
Is that?
Hedwig.
Hedwig, yeah.
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 Well, that play's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
I
good
was
one.
talking about Equus.
Equus.
Equus. Yeah, check that one out.
EQ.
So Alex says, I've seen one of the loves of her life naked. He says, I've seen one of the loves of her life naked. And then he says that it was absolutely huge. Yeah. So there you go. He says he was one of the loves of her life. He was very important to her. And then he says, and he went to go see him on Broadway and he was naked. And as our British fans would say, he had his bits out.
Uh-huh.
So he saw the penis of this fella.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You know,
And you
so-
just sit there together and you just look and you know your wife banged him and you're just looking at his dick.
Yep.
And you look at the playbill
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, I wonder, what's this about?
Why a
then
clarinet? Like, does it have knobs on it or something?
It's because it's long and it carries weight.
And it made a lot of noise.
And when you put your mouth on it, you've got to really wet the whistle.
It made Hilaria make a lot of noise
Whoa.
as she was orgasming to this man that not only was he watching act.
But it's an X.
Yes.
So used to do it,
Yes,
but
but
it doesn't not anymore.
yeah. I still feel like, I don't know. I still would just be like, you know,
Do we have to go watch a play with your ex-boyfriend's dick hanging out?
it seems to me, Hilaria, as
Wouldn't-
your husband,
that
it's a
wouldn't
little.
feel necessary.
This is where you go to the bench and you call your gay friend.
Yeah,
And you're
totally.
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
buddy,
yeah.
let's go watch this.
Yeah. Maybe you don't have to yell at me for feeling like this is a little weird.
Right. And then Alec can go do what Alec does, which is God knows what.
Who knows?
Ugh. Anyway. The name of the musical was Take Me Out.
Mm.
Yeah.
As into the ball game.
Yeah, we went to go see Take Me Out, and they are all baseball players.
Yeah.
And they say, and all these baseball players were in the locker room, and they all turned around naked with their dongs hanging out.
Wow.
Which one is her ex?
They're not naming names.
They're
Wow.
I think it's Jesse Williams
I was literally just
because
about
it looks
to say
like he's
that.
got a hammer right here.
It's obviously Jesse Williams.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And
And he's got the same eyes as Jeremy Meeks.
Yeah, he does. He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a very pretty man.
Yep.
So the play that you were referencing seemed a little classy.
Yeah. This was just a locker room scene.
It was just a locker room scene where they're all showering.
Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, they turn around, they're just naked. Well, that doesn't really drive the plot, does it?
No.
Well, it
Drives your
didn't,
uterus back.
it didn't in Starship Troopers either.
Yeah.
Mm.
He says, and I'm literally there, and he's there, her boyfriend, and I recognize him. I met him before. And when he turns around with his penis hanging out, I'm like, oh, okay. He had a clarinet hanging from his pants.
Yep.
The guy,
That guy.
Yep, the guy literally turned around and we're like, oh, whoa. Bro, you are so cucked out.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Yes.
So what is this show just going to continue to demonize? Is this the whole thing? We like Alec by proxy because we realize that Hilaria is a much more evil character?
No.
Ish. I'm going to go ish. Yes,
Yeah.
I like him because I would not want his life in a million years
Right.
at all. I think it's horrible. He got the babe that he always
yeah.
wanted.
But at what cost?
Exactly. And then Hilaria, she's just laughing at Alec this entire time. And she says, I think you remember this more than I do.
Wow.
But I'm sure, when she saw that ding dong, I'm sure she had a couple of memories.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Alex says, I couldn't pay attention to a word he was saying. He's right there standing, talking to me. I'm like, you have a baseball bat that you stuff in your pants every day. How does that work for you?
He just goes on to talk about it way too long.
He really does.
He's just like so into it.
Yeah. So I guess that's what their show's all about, is just Alec looking at his wife's ex's cocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
which is a longer title.
And then she has an accent.
Yeah.
And
He might get so desperate that he just goes up to him like behind the scenes, is like, "Hey, can you just fuck my wife, please? She's being mean to me."
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Yeah.
he looks like he's crying there.
I think he's sad.
He's been sad so much.
What has happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
you can watch all of that on the Baldwins.
Oh wow.
Yay.
Isn't that exciting?
I don't exactly want to watch it, but like
No.
I kind of want to watch it.
I want to watch it like this, where I just watch like the really devastating parts that make Alec Baldwin cry.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought I've had sympathy for him. I really don't like him.
Yeah, no, he's not a great guy.
No. But
Aw,
anyway,
I kind of like him.
I just feel bad.
Don't fall for it.
All right. Well, speaking of things that are very not likable, we can all agree with this. Airplanes,
Flying through flight.
planes fly, car fly.
Definitely.
Gotta go to Walmart.
Who flies?
Air travel is difficult. That's what I am
You know
trying.
what's hard about flying?
Speaking.
Hey, I'm like hundreds of dollars doing this show. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/diebud.
You.
That would be great. A woman was told she couldn't fly with her dog. So instead of just taking the dog back home, getting another flight and flying to where she was going, which I believe was Colombia,
Oh,
she drowned the dog in the airport bathroom.
What
a fucking
oh my
scumbag.
God.
Oh,
What?
God. This is horrible.
All right, so what I just heard was the dog was full of cocaine. It was the drug mule that couldn't be caught. So she just put it down.
If that would be a death warrant on her head.
That would
if she killed the cocaine dog.
yeah, that's true.
Well, she didn't want to get caught with it. Yeah, it would be a death warrant on her. You're right. I don't
This
know.
woman, believe it or not, Central Florida. She was from Central Florida. She was taken into custody. This was last year. So she left the dog in the bathroom at the Orlando International Airport. Her name is Allison Lawrence. She was traveling with her white dog, Tywin, for a flight to Colombia. Lawrence didn't have the right paperwork for the dog, so they said, you can't be taking that dog on this flight. So then it is said in an affidavit that she took extreme and tragic action by killing the dog.
What did the dog know?
She could have just left the dog in the bathroom and gotten on the flight.
Anything other than this.
Why was that the conclusion of what she had to do?
So the Orlando Police Department said officers responded to a dead dog that
That's
was found.
crazy.
Yes, that was found by an employee in the woman's bathroom. Which, what a poor airport employee.
Yeah,
Just
that's
trying.
a weird thing to walk into.
But it does go to further my point that women's bathrooms are more disgusting than men's bathrooms on average.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely confirm that.
Ugh.
Officers were taken to a trash bag where the dog was found dead along with the dog accessories.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
That's
She's like, well, I won't be needing these anymore. Might as well lighten my load.
Oh, man.
Wow. Why would, okay. Is it she did one of those psycho things. If I can't have you, no one will.
I guess so. So a woman who was working at the time told police she saw a woman identified as Lawrence sitting on the bathroom floor stall, cleaning up a large amount of water and dog food.
Oh my
So
God.
I think she fed the dog one final time
Oh my
wow.
God.
and then probably, I guess, put it in the toilet and drowned it.
Yeah.
Happy Monday, everybody. I just want to say happy Monday if
Wow.
you're
Jeez.
driving to work.
I told you.
This is a nice story you can share with your coworkers.
This is insane. Like, what a crazy bitch. She last mealed him.
Oh
My God, that's horrible. Also, you got to give him a treat, not just dog food.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there are no traces of the treats because he ate them all.
That would actually be kind of nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask my dog, Jerry, what his final treat will be.
And he's going to be like, revenge.
He just starts eating my nose. Get out of here. So they say Lawrence left the stall with a purse and left the stall with her purse and suitcase. Then the employee went They removed a trash bag from the canister and found the dog.
Oh.
And the dog, also, she's very stupid because she left the dog collar, which has all of the information
my God.
of who the dog belonged to on it.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, it was determined that Tywin's death was from drowning. Surveillance camera footage shows Lawrence arriving with the dog and then sitting at the gate without the dog.
Yeah, she's like, excuse me, please. Then goes to the bathroom, comes back, her arms are just bleeding.
Oh,
it's like, I'm ready for the flight now.
Right,
God.
right.
Fucking psycho.
And all dogs are precious, but this was a 9-year-old miniature schnauzer.
Aw,
They're cute.
that's so sad.
I know. So she's facing aggravated animal cruelty, which is a 3rd-degree felony.
And what is that? What do you do? And is she doing that she's staying here, right? She just wasn't allowed to go to Colombia after that.
I don't think she made the flight. I would be.
Like, how long did it take for them to find it versus like whether she was on the plane or not? Was she already left?
When it comes to airports, I give them a little bit of credit. They get those bathrooms flipped around pretty quick.
They do. They have to.
Yeah, that's a 24/7 crap fest.
Yeah, especially after COVID.
Yes. So I bet you it was probably 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see them. They're always in there cleaning, mopping, sweeping.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And we love our bathroom attendants. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much for never telling on me when I'm vaping in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I always get my one final vape in.
Exactly. And a little puff.
I found that if you go into the family bathroom.
Oh, yeah. That's so much better.
I've smoked those places
Yeah.
out.
No, but then it goes underneath the door, and then you're more likely to get caught from someone else.
Yeah, well, you just kind of run out really quick, and then a family of 5 walk in, and then you're like, guys, look at this sick group of assholes. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
So let's move on, shall we, from that?
Yeah.
It's sad.
Let's.
I know. I'm trying to did we mine it for all the jokes?
Yeah.
Dog's dead. She didn't go to Colombia. She's from Florida.
No cocaine dogs in this family.
It's a miniature schnauzer.
I'm telling it's just so comically suspicious in that just there had to be a reason more than just like she couldn't bring the dog.
Just wanting to go to fucking Colombia.
Yeah.
She could have just looked at any kid and been like, "Have you ever wanted a dog? Here you go.
Seriously.
Just hold on to this leash. I'll be right back," and never comes back.
You know what?
Anything.
They should do this at airports. They should do dog hotel extended stays. You bring the dog, you're on vacation for a week.
Uh-huh.
The little hotel in the airport area.
Wow.
Leave the dog, come back.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Be a good
Have
idea.
a little boarding.
Gonna have to
thing.
edit that out so we can actually do that.
Oh, good. Good idea.
Yeah.
Now that's an idea worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well,
Yeah.
I won't be doing it. I'm not watching after those damn dogs.
Well, you don't have to watch.
Okay.
No, you'll be on vacation.
Just don't let him on the tarmac.
And Dog Jerry will be
Yeah.
hanging out in a hotel.
Sipping on a little doggy margarita.
Oh, that's fun. I like the idea of dogs drinking mocktails.
You know, just
Kinda
like
cute.
it's like a little raised dog bowl, but there's an umbrella in it.
Next thing you know, they're doing your taxes and stuff. Then they can vote. Then you got these Mexican dogs voting. All right. Well, this next story is a bit of a mystery, and hopefully we can get some answers throughout this week. A woman's body was found floating in the East River near her blood-soaked Mercedes.
Jesus.
No one knows what happened. So she was spotted floating in the East River near Queen's Park. We all know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Queen's Park. This is in New York.
Okay.
You might know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you would recognize it if you were there.
Okay.
So police responded to a 911 call about an unconscious person near Fort Totten in Cross Island Boulevard, and she was just floating there all bloated. When officers arrived, they found an unresponsive 45-year-old woman. A pedestrian first spotted the body floating along the rocky shoreline, which apparently is a very popular jogging path.
Yeah, it's not fair. I always look for floating limbs and floating bodies when I was running in the Upper West Side and the Lower West Side. I just always wanted to just be the one to find it.
You did?
I did.
Wow.
Well, a lot of people are deeply traumatized by finding dead bodies.
Well, I wouldn't know about that now, would I? I've never found one.
You wanted it too much.
Yeah.
That's why I always say every night, I say, aliens, don't come bother me. Aliens, come bother me. And then they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know what I want. So, a white Mercedes E-Class with New York plates was parked about 50 yards away, and large smears of blood covered the rear driver's side door.
Whoa.
So it does seem as if foul play is afoot.
Oh, definitely.
So the medical examiner, they determined the cause of death. They say the car's white leather interior was marked with blood, including a pool on the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah. She was dead before she hit the water.
Yes. So they killed her, probably stabbed her, it sounds like, and then threw her in the water.
Sleep with the fishes.
Seriously. This is according to a 48-year-old named Max. Which that's the thing when you name your kid stuff like Max.
Is that eventually they're going to be a 48-year-old
Yeah.
named Max.
So that doesn't work.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
No, it's a child.
Yeah.
It's a child's name.
Is it a golden retriever's name?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. Yes, a lot of white liberal parents really try to go out there now.
Yeah.
And they try to name their kids like dog names.
Yeah. Max, Jack.
Yeah. It's sort of flipped. They'll name their dog like Samantha, and then they'll name their kid like Krypton.
Right.
You know?
No, literally. Yeah, totally. Tony the dog and Spike, who still lives
Spike.
upstairs.
I know a Spike.
Yeah.
I do too, actually.
Yeah. It's a horrible idea. I don't know why these parents would do that to a child. You can go with like Tom Spike Johnson, like it has like a nickname perhaps.
Yeah.
So they say, I lived my whole life and never saw a crime scene here. This is terrible. A dead body lying right there next to the jogging path and the car with the blood on the doors. My daughter asked me if they were shooting a movie.
Ooh, and you said yes.
Yeah, why not?
Right? Like, why? There's no point in traumatizing her.
No, there's no point. They say it makes no sense. It's a super busy spot. Everybody comes here to ride their bikes, rollerblade. Please.
Well, obviously, it means that it just happened. Okay, whoa. What do you mean? Haha, rollerblading. I love rollerblading.
Yeah. So they say, or you want to walk your dog there. Yeah, of course you love rollerblading.
I've been rollerblading since I was a kid with inline skates. I don't really know how to do the 4 square ones.
Oh, right.
Roller skating.
Roller skating.
Yeah.
No, rollerblading is cooler, I guess, than roller skating.
I guess too.
But anyway, the person's body has not yet been identified. We have no idea who done it, but it does seem, as I mentioned, foul play is afoot.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get some answers by the end of this week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Seems like there's a lot of evidence. They got the car, they got all the blood, they got this bloated woman's body floating down the river.
They have pools of DNA, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps a crime of passion.
Could be.
Yeah, if it's happens in a busy area, that means it happened overnight. While it was closed.
Yep.
In the wee hours of the morning.
Then what do you park there for?
What's it?
She was there parked.
Yeah, she was hanging out.
Yeah, why were you hanging out there?
Well, maybe she drove there. Maybe she drove somebody there because the person had a gun to her head. And they say, go drive to the park. And then she says, okay.
She's like, no, but we're not allowed. It's already closed.
You're not going to kill me, right?
No, I won't kill you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of murder, a nurse tricked an elderly woman into thinking she was terminal.
Whoa.
Then she killed the woman, and she got $1.5 million from an insurance policy.
The nurses aren't even supposed to talk to you about diagnoses. It's the doctor.
How did a nurse...
How did the nurse trick
true.
you?
How did the nurse trick you? How did the nurse get a hold of this insurance policy?
That's an interesting question. So it's a registered nurse. Her name is Megan Randall Sundwell, 47 years old. She killed her pal, her friend, Casey Lynn Terry, who was 38.
That's messed up.
So Megan Randall, the evil nurse, she tricked the woman into thinking she had terminal cancer.
Wow.
And then she injected her with a fatal dose of insulin.
Whoa.
Yes, this dose was over the summer, and this is newly surfaced evidence. Investigations found 28,000 texts between the women that showed Sundal had a fixation with her friend and wanting to help her commit suicide. So this is a bad friend.
We can't be trusting these nurses, man.
She is going to say that her friend said that I want help to kill myself since I already have this terminal cancer. I want to go out how I want to go out.
The texts go back to 2019. This is pre-COVID.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's a long time.
She's been terminal for 5 years, 6 years.
So some of the messages include, quote, detailing different ways Megan would kill herself if she was Terry, and of Megan offering to help her friend die.
Wow.
So this woman was, she didn't like this friend.
She did not like this friend at all. I mean, to be able to just carry that plan out for years at a time and
Yes.
still stick with it.
Also, yeah, 1.5 million is a good chunk of change, but after taxes, you're looking at, 700. You're not, it's not what you think it is. It really is like, at 3 years later, this bitch would be spending it in Vegas. She would have, scars all over her knees because she went broke at the casino and had to make some cash.
Oh, definitely.
It would be the downfall of this woman if she got this money.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it was, yeah,
But
still is.
apparently the message also included discussions of Sundwall's apparent financial woes and how being the beneficiary of Terry's life insurance would fix everything. So the nurse is a broke ass. And then she knows Terry has 1.5 million in life insurance. And she's like, it would really help me financially if you fucking died.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
Wow.
So
People are cold. And that's a nurse. She's supposed to be helping people.
I know, and most nurses do. But at the same time, at some point, you're looking at all these dead people around you and you're like, what's another one?
Yolanda
Yeah,
Saldivar was another registered nurse who killed her friend.
You get incentivized. I mean, not
Yeah.
incentivized. What's the word? I said incentivized.
Desensitized.
Desensitized.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Who killed their friend, Kyle?
Yolanda Saldivar killed Selena.
Oh, yes.
She was a registered nurse in San Antonio.
Wow.
These bitches don't play.
They really don't. So it was not immediately clear if Terry even had a policy, but Sundwall, again, the evil nurse, believed that she did. So Terry's family, they expressed relief after learning that Sundwall was arrested. Sundwall sent her a text the morning of August 12th. Do you want to take some promethazine when I get there so you can sleep when all of this is happening? So police were called to Terry's home after her uncle said she was found unresponsive. So they didn't even do this in the hospital.
Wow. This was just
She just
at the house.
At the house. Just like here's some whatever it was that she injected her with to get you dead. Insulin.
Insulin. That's wild.
Yes.
And she was just letting her do all this. She was trusting her. She was like, oh, this is perfect. My friend is just being my nurse.
Making the matter even worse, Terry wasn't diabetic.
Oh.
So
well, yeah.
Yes, but this nurse, she can't even be like, well, maybe it was a mistake. Like what's the name of the Lisa Letby? What's the name of that nurse over in the UK?
Oh.
Check out Letby nurse. She's a murderer, although some people are saying she's innocent now. But anyway.
Lucy Letby.
Lucy Letby. Yeah, Lucy Letby.
Yeah.
Yeah. She apparently she killed a bunch of kids. But then I was
Damn.
Yeah, I was reading something else, and someone said, no, I think she was just a really bad nurse. So I don't know.
Aw.
That's what her defense probably said.
It was. The defense was like, I suck at my job.
Yeah, she's incompetent. She's not evil.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
kill on purpose.
Yeah.
People die in nursing.
It was an oopsie.
Yes. Go on.
In nursing, there's a lot of, it's the highest incidence of drug abuse amongst professionals.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're stealing all the pills and shit.
Right,
so they're
right.
losing their damn minds, and you get greedy ones in there too. They'll be like, hey, I could kill you,
Yeah.
and I can get more of these drugs and some money.
Nurse Jackie style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So apparently everyone believed that she did have cancer. Sundwall told Terry's family that she had cancer.
Wow.
Her sister said she moved Casey out of the shared apartment and into her grandfather's house where she lives now due to Casey complaining about Megan bringing insulin home and trying to talk Casey into treatments to help end her suffering. So it seems like a lot of people knew that this friend was constantly trying to kill Terry.
That's insane. And no one, but no one did anything. No one thought about it enough.
Can you even, it's like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Where it's like when they clock in and clock out, and when they clock in, they fight, and then they clock out and they stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So apparently her autopsy, Terry's family received the shocking news that she did not have cancer.
Wow.
And technically she had no underlying health issues.
That's,
So she was totally healthy.
she was
Jesus.
totally murdered.
She
Oh
was
my God.
totally murdered. Apparently after the death, the evil nurse deleted more than 900 texts from her phone.
Solid.
and conducted a search for her life insurance policy.
Wow.
So stupid.
So she hook, line, and sinker, pretty much from A to B.
Insane. So she was arrested. She's been booked in Utah County Jail on charges including first-degree aggravated murder and third-degree obstruction of justice.
Yeah, throw away the key.
I mean, my God.
We don't need this lady.
I just feel like if someone tells me I have cancer, I'm going to go talk to somebody else.
Yeah,
Like, what do you think?
Yeah, you always want to get like a second opinion.
Right.
There was no other doctor they went to.
No,
He's like, you're not gonna like send me to like a specialist of some sort.
Nah.
Is there like an X-ray or like an MRI? Do you want to take and show me like where it's at?
I'm
Right.
a nurse. Trust me.
Take my word for it.
Yeah,
I don't work in any diagnoses whatsoever. Trust me.
yeah. They're never supposed to do that. It's supposed to take your vitals and be like, the doctor will be in to see you.
Listen,
Yeah.
I change bedpans for a living. I know about cancer.
Right.
But I actually think sometimes the nurse is smarter than the doctor.
Sometimes the nurses are smarter than the doctor.
Yeah. I it's also very frustrating when the nurse, when they're looking at your chart and their face turns grim and their eyes are just like, oh no, that's not good. And then you're like, what you looking at, nurse? And they're like, can't tell you, not the doctor. And then you sit there like a jackass, naked,
Yeah.
wearing a towel.
Yeah.
And then the doctor comes in and he's like, well, it turns out you have a toe fungus. And you're like, well, why was I so scared for this past hour? You know?
Why have I removed all my clothing and put on this paper towel robe?
I hate that thing.
I like to make you feel like a silly goose.
Oh, I hate that thing. The last time I went in, I had to do it. I couldn't like tie it because it was too small. And I was like, do you have a bigger one? And then I had to get a bigger piece of towel.
Yeah, and it never goes on the way you think it's gonna go on.
It's horrible.
They're like, that part has to be open for the front, and I'm like, well, isn't it just for the back? They're like, no, the front.
Yeah, let's see
Oh,
the front.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see the front.
Well, then why am I wearing it?
And then the last time I went to the doctor, they're like, oh, 43, 2 more years. Like it's a horror movie. And I'm like, 2 more years to what? And they're like, tell your colonoscopy.
Oh wow,
Oh, thank God.
that's
And I was
creepy.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know if I might just be one of those. I mean, it's so cliche, but what if I just die? What if I just die?
What do you mean? Like,
What if I just don't do it?
yeah,
And then you just die. But then also, like, you die knowing that you never had to do that. But it's not even a bad thing. I mean, we've all had things shoved inside of us, I'm sure, at some point. I just don't want to go through it. I don't know.
Are you afraid? Like Kyle's afraid of pregnant women to unlock a new fetish?
Ooh, I might like it.
No. Oh, no. No, because it's simply, that fetish is simply not fulfillable because even if a woman's madly in love with me,
Yeah.
you know, her butthole, that's it. That's in game.
Yep.
But at no point does no woman, no matter how much they love me, is like, that's,
Yeah.
now that's when I want to put my, finger in her mouth on.
Well, yeah. One could argue that you should love them more than that
Yeah.
to allow that.
No, I wouldn't, because then you gotta, it's just different. Truth about cats and dogs.
I hear you.
You know,
I hear you.
It's just different. Boys and girls are a little
Apples
different.
to oranges.
In that case, straight
Yeah.
men. I mean, I have a straight man's butthole.
Yeah.
So it's a fully functioning working class butthole.
Apples to straight men buttholes.
Yes, it's
Right.
it's entirely different. I don't call it my male pussy or anything like that.
Right,
It's just
right.
it's got one real nasty,
Right. And it's straight.
and it's straight as an arrow.
Right.
Yeah,
No diamonds
It's
in there.
more-
no diamonds.
No. It doesn't even look like a star. It's just like a split.
Oh, just so no flare.
Yeah.
No, my butthole's so straight. Yeah, it's just it's a crucifix.
It's closed, but there's a perforation on it.
Yeah.
So you can easily.
Yep. It's got, you can see the face of Jesus right in the butthole.
What?
All right. Well, any
gone?
comments
Where
before
has
we
this
wrap?
gone?
I don't know. Any comments here?
About Let Be. Yeah, she was killing newborns and then becoming friends with the grieving parents on social media. That's the truly most evil thing I've ever
Wow.
fucking heard.
Yes, that's
Okay,
right.
well, that doesn't sound like just being bad at your job.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she would send them letters, I think, like on the death anniversaries.
What the hell?
Yeah, she was
Why?
bad.
I don't know. Kelsey's saying she did not expect an Echoes reference today. Echoes?
Equus.
Equus.
Yeah.
Echoes.
He figured out how to spell it. It threw him completely off.
Echoes.
I have no idea.
By the way, I would not want to be naked in a play about horses because the horse cock's going to make you look smaller. And then even being in a theater is going to make you look tiny.
Is it a horse play?
Leave
Yeah.
Leave it to men to still get insecure about dong sizes, even when it's with like animals.
When
Like,
you're-
no, the horse.
You're not gonna put me up next to that fucking guy.
On a comedy club stage, his dick will look bigger, and a fucking Broadway theater's gonna look tiny anyway. And then a horse comes up, he's got a fucking arm attached to him.
No, that is one area.
Why is your ego stretching out to the horse?
Well, because people talk about the strange thing
Women
about
don't look at horses' dicks and is like, wow, that looks like attractive.
You ever see the movie Zoo?
Yeah, but that's a guy.
No.
Oh, it's a guy.
See?
Well, the name of that movie was Take Me Out.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Name of that play. Take Me Out.
With that cock.
Seems like that nude scene was not needed. But anyway, anything else? The male penis and the horse penis has been compared for generations. I don't know why.
Because you guys do it.
I don't do
You have
it.
the most fragile fucking egos. Anything that slightly looks like a dick, you're like, oh, come on.
Eric.
Let's measure it.
Jeremy Meeks impregnated a billionaire, so maybe he will do the same thing.
Oh, he ended up banging a billionaire?
I guess he got a $15 million fashion deal, too,
Wow.
a few years ago, so he's crushing.
Oh,
Oh,
my
good
God.
for
And all he
him.
had to do was like barely have morals.
Yeah, what was his crime again?
Let me see.
It couldn't have been that bad.
had
Maybe
to
it was
not
a
be that
sexy
bad.
crime.
Possession of a firearm.
Oh, that's hot.
That's a sexy
Yeah,
crime.
that's the problem.
That's a sexy crime.
Yeah. It wasn't like masturbation in public. Yeah.
Street terrorism and felon in possession of a firearm.
Street terrorism.
That's I mean,
That sounds like he
all
was
sex.
doing like flips in
Yeah.
the street, trying to, and he had a gun on him.
I've always liked a bad boy.
Backflips in the street.
Yeah.
always
When
liked
they
a-
try to like engage the crowd a lot. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to another fun episode of OK Bud. Again, Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com, and we will be back tomorrow. Hail yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.